Daily Horoscope Analysis. Libra, June 16, 2025. Welcome, Libra. Today's celestial configuration brings a fascinating blend of energies as we find ourselves in late Gemini season with some significant planetary movements affecting your sign specifically. Let's dive into what the stars have aligned for you on this mid-June day. General overview. June 16th, 2025 arrives with the sun still in intellectual Gemini, activating your ninth house of higher learning, philosophy, and exploration. This creates an expansive backdrop for your day, encouraging you to broaden your horizons and seek new perspectives. Your ruling planet Venus is currently dancing through Cáncer, bringing a tender quality to your career sector and public image. This creates an interesting dynamic where your natural diplomatic abilities are being highlighted in professional settings. The moon today is moving through Pisces, creating a dreamy atmosphere in your sixth house of daily routines and well-being. This placement suggests your emotions may be more fluid today, with intuition playing a stronger role in how you approach practical matters. There's a notable trine forming between this Pisces moon and Venus in Cáncer, creating a harmonious water energy that softens your typically air-dominant nature. Mars in Taurus is activating your eighth house of shared resources and transformation, bringing determination and perhaps some stubbornness to financial matters or intimate relationships. This position asks you to stand firm in your values while remaining open to compromise, a balance you typically navigate well. Love and relationships. For Libras in relationships, today offers a beautiful opportunity for emotional connection. The Venus-Moon trine creates a gentle atmosphere where feelings can be expressed without drama. There's a nurturing quality to interactions now, and your partner may seem more attuned to your needs than usual. Take advantage of this by scheduling quality time together. Perhaps something involving water or artistic expression would be particularly fulfilling today. Single Libras might find themselves attracted to people who exhibit depth and emotional intelligence. You're less interested in surface-level charm right now and more drawn to authentic connections. Someone from a different cultural background or educational field could particularly catch your eye. Trust your intuition when meeting new people today. That Pisces moon is enhancing your ability to read between the lines. A square between Venus and Jupiter suggests potential for overindulgence in relationship matters. Be mindful not to idealize new connections or make promises that might be difficult to keep. Your natural tendency toward people-pleasing could be amplified, so ensure you're maintaining healthy boundaries even as you engage socially. Career and finances. Professionally, today brings some interesting developments. Venus in your career house suggests that charm and diplomacy are your greatest assets in workplace scenarios. Colleagues and superiors appreciate your balanced approach and ability to see multiple perspectives. This is an excellent day for negotiations, client meetings, or any situation requiring collaborative problem-solving. With Mars in your eighth house forming a sextile to Mercury, financial discussions are favored. You might receive news about a shared investment, inheritance, or other resource that you manage with others. Your ability to advocate for fair treatment while maintaining harmony is especially strong today. Use it to advance joint ventures or resolve ongoing financial matters. However, be watchful of Neptune's influence from your sixth house of daily work, as it could bring some confusion to workplace communications. Double-check details, especially when it comes to assignments or deadlines. The dreamy Pisces moon here suggests you might be more easily distracted than usual, so creating a structured to-do list would be beneficial. Saturn's ongoing presence in Pisces continues to bring lessons around work-life balance and health routines. Today, you might feel the tension between wanting to drift with creative inspirations and needing to maintain practical responsibilities. Finding ways to incorporate both structure and imagination into your workday will help navigate this energy. Health and wellness. With the moon in Pisces activating your sixth house of health, your physical and emotional well-being are closely connected today. You might notice that your body seems more sensitive to your environment. Both physical surroundings and emotional atmospheres affect you strongly now. Practices that connect mind and body would be especially beneficial, such as yoga, tai chi, or mindful walking. Jupiter's influence from your 12th house suggests potential for healing through spiritual practices or psychological insights. This is an excellent day to explore meditation, journaling, or therapy if you've been contemplating such approaches. Dreams might be particularly vivid or meaningful. Tonight, keep a notebook by your bed to record any insights upon waking. Be mindful of your feet, immune system, and lymphatic health today, all areas that fall under Pisces influence. Staying hydrated and taking breaks from standing or sitting for too long will help maintain balance in these systems. Consider a foot massage or warm bath with Epsom salts to nurture both physical and emotional well-being. Uranus in Taurus continues its long-term transit through your transformation sector, which occasionally brings unexpected shifts in how you relate to your body and its needs. Today, you might have a sudden insight about a health issue or wellness practice that could benefit you in the long term. Stay open to these intuitive hits. They're often the universe guiding you toward greater balance. Personal growth. This is a particularly potent day for intellectual and spiritual development, Libra. The sun in Gemini illuminates your 9th house of wisdom and expansion, encouraging you to seek knowledge that broadens your understanding of the world. You might feel drawn to philosophical texts, educational videos, or conversations with mentors who challenge your thinking. Pluto's ongoing retrograde in Aquarius activates your 5th house of creativity and self-expression, bringing opportunities to revisit creative projects or reconsider how you share your authentic voice with the world. There may be subtle power dynamics at play around your creative expression, notice, if you're holding back out of fear of judgment or comparison. The North Node in Aries continues to point you toward greater independence within relationships. Today's energies support reflecting on the balance between accommodation of others, your natural tendency, and honoring your own needs and desires. Journal about areas where you might benefit from more assertiveness while maintaining the harmony you value. Mercury in Cáncer brings sensitivity to your thought patterns around career and public image. You might be processing emotions about your life direction or social standing. This placement supports connecting your emotional intelligence with your professional aspirations. Consider how your empathic abilities can be leveraged as leadership qualities. Social connections. Your social life receives a boost from today's planetary alignments, particularly for connections that involve intellectual exchange or learning together. Groups focused on educational pursuits, spiritual growth, or cultural appreciation are especially favored. You might receive an invitation to join a book club, study group, or international cultural event. Saying yes could lead to meaningful new friendships. The Venus-Neptune square suggests some idealization may be happening in social settings. While your natural charm attracts many people, be discerning about who you invest energy in today. Some connections that seem magical might be obscuring important practical considerations. Trust your inner balance detector when meeting new people or deepening existing friendships. Digital communications receive a boost from Mercury's position, making this an excellent day for virtual connecting, particularly around emotional support or home-related topics. A conversation with family members or old friends could bring surprising comfort or insights. Don't hesitate to reach out to those who share your history. The stars favor reconnection today. Challenges to watch for. The main challenge today comes from Neptune's square to your ruling planet Venus. This aspect can create a fog around relationships and values, making it difficult to see situations clearly. You might feel unusually susceptible to flattery, or find yourself making assumptions about others' intentions that aren't grounded in reality. Maintain healthy skepticism around offers that seem too good to be true, particularly in professional settings. Another potential challenge stems from Mars in your 8th house, squaring Mercury. This could manifest as tension around shared resources, particularly communications about money or property held with others. Be especially careful with financial discussions. Today, putting important agreements in writing can help prevent misunderstandings later. Your natural indecisiveness might be amplified by the dreamy Pisces moon. Important decisions, particularly around health or daily routines, could feel overwhelming. When possible, gather information today but delay final choices until the moon moves into more decisive Aries in a couple of days. Opportunities to seize. A beautiful opportunity presents itself through the trine between Venus and Jupiter. This aspect supports expansion in both career and behind-the-scenes preparation. You might receive recognition for work you've been doing quietly, or find that your reputation benefits from kind words shared by others. Allow yourself to receive compliments graciously today. Your light is shining in public spheres. The Sun-Uranus sextile brings unexpected opportunities for learning or travel. Keep an eye out for last-minute invitations to events, webinars, or even short trips that could expand your worldview. Your ability to adapt to changing circumstances serves you well under this influence. Saying yes to the unexpected could lead to valuable new connections. Creative inspiration is heightened by the moon's conjunction with Neptune. If you work in artistic fields or have creative hobbies, today could bring a wonderful flow of ideas, particularly for projects that involve visual arts, music, or dance. Even if creativity isn't your usual focus, making space for artistic expression today can provide emotional release and unexpected insights. Practical advice: start your day with a moment of centering. With the dreamy Pisces moon influencing your routine sector, you'll benefit from establishing clarity before diving into tasks. Consider writing your top 3 priorities for the day to maintain focus amidst distracting energies. Pay special attention to communication in close relationships. The planetary aspects suggest potential for misunderstandings, so take the extra moment to confirm what you've heard and express yourself clearly. Remember that others may not naturally share your gift for diplomacy. Be patient with more direct or emotionally expressive communication styles. Financial matters benefit from careful attention today. Review shared accounts, investments, or pending negotiations with an eye for details that might have been overlooked. This is not an ideal day for major financial commitments, but excellent for researching options and clarifying your values around resources. In health matters, listen closely to your body's subtle signals. With the 6th house activated by sensitive water signs, you might notice connections between emotional states and physical symptoms. Tracking these patterns can provide valuable insights for your overall well-being strategy. Spiritual guidance. Today's celestial configuration invites you into deeper relationship with your intuitive wisdom. The Pisces moon conjunct Neptune in your 6th house suggests that routine activities can become pathways to spiritual insight when approached mindfully. Consider bringing greater awareness to simple acts like washing dishes, walking to your car, or preparing food. Your traditional ruler Venus forms a beautiful trine to Jupiter in water signs, creating a flow between your career aspirations and your subconscious mind. Pay attention to recurring themes in daydreams or moments of reverie today. They may contain important guidance about aligning your public role with your soul's purpose. The ongoing Saturn transit through your 6th house continues to teach lessons about the sacred nature of daily life. Today, you might contemplate the relationship between service and spirituality. How does caring for yourself and others connect you to something larger than yourself? Small acts of kindness, both toward yourself and others, carry powerful spiritual significance under today's aspects. As we close this reading, remember that you are positioned at a beautiful crossroads of opportunity today, Libra. Your natural gifts for harmony, fairness, and aesthetic appreciation are highlighted and strengthened by the current planetary positions. By balancing your inclination toward people-pleasing with authentic self-expression, you'll navigate this day with grace and emerge with greater alignment between your inner and outer worlds. May the stars light your path, Libra, and may you find both beauty and truth in this day's journey. On June 16, 2025, Libra finds itself at a cosmic crossroads with several significant planetary positions shaping your day. Venus, your ruling planet, will be transiting through Cáncer, creating a sensitive vibration in your career sector. This placement emphasizes your natural diplomatic abilities in professional settings while adding an emotional undertone to your ambitions. The Venus position forms a challenging square to Jupiter in Aries, suggesting that while opportunities for growth exist, they may come with tensions between personal advancement and relationship harmony, your perpetual balancing act. The moon will be in Scorpio on this date, activating your second house of resources and values. This deep, probing lunar energy encourages financial introspection and may bring subconscious patterns around security to light. You might feel more possessive than usual, which isn't typical for your airy nature. Meanwhile, Mercury positioned in Gemini creates a favorable trine to your sun sign, opening channels for intellectual pursuits and communication. This is particularly powerful as Mercury will be at 19 degrees, a position that awakens your ninth house of higher learning and philosophy. Mars, positioned in Leo, energizes your 11th house of social networks and collective endeavors. This placement suggests that group activities and friendships could be sources of motivation and drive today. However, Mars forms a quincunx to Neptune in Pisces, creating a subtle fog around collaborative goals. Ensure you're seeing situations clearly before committing your energy. Saturn continues its journey through Pisces, forming a square to your sign that has been influencing your partnership sector for some time. This longer-term transit asks you to build more structured, responsible relationships, though today's specific angle might highlight where boundaries need reinforcement. Uranus in Taurus continues to shake up your 8th house of shared resources and intimate bonds, possibly bringing unexpected developments in joint finances or emotional vulnerabilities. The Sun, bright in Gemini, illuminates your 9th house of expansion and beliefs, forming a supportive sextile to your sign that encourages optimistic thinking and broader perspectives. Pluto, having recently retrograded back into Aquarius, creates a harmonious air trine with your Libra energy, facilitating deeper transformation in how you express creativity and romance. Jupiter's position in Aries, your opposing sign, continues to expand partnership opportunities while challenging your identity. Today's specific degree at 15 Aries activates tension points with any planets you have in mid-Libra positions. The North Node in Pisces suggests your evolutionary path involves developing more compassionate service and attention to wellness routines, a theme highlighted by today's planetary geometry. Chiron, the wounded healer, in Aries forms an opposition to your sign, potentially triggering relationship wounds, but also offering healing through facing relationship patterns directly. With an impressive 5 planets in air signs today, your element is well supported, lending mental clarity and social fluency to your experiences. The day's predominant cardinal and mutable energies align well with your cardinal air nature, though the fixed Scorpio moon may create some resistance to change where financial matters are concerned. This celestial snapshot reveals a day where communication, relationship dynamics, and career aspirations all receive significant planetary attention, creating a complex but potentially rewarding energy field for Libra to navigate. On June 16, 2025, Libra experiences a significant shift in communication dynamics as Mercury forms a harmonious trine with your ruling planet Venus. This planetary alignment creates an exceptional day for all forms of expression, allowing your natural diplomacy to shine with added eloquence. The words seem to flow effortlessly today, with your thoughts crystallizing into articulate expressions that captivate those around you. Mercury, positioned in Cáncer, brings an emotional depth to your communication style. While you typically approach conversations with logic and balance, today you'll find yourself speaking more from the heart. This emotional authenticity resonates deeply with others, particularly in personal relationships where vulnerability strengthens bonds. Don't be surprised if you find yourself having meaningful conversations that have been delayed for weeks or even months. At work, your communication abilities give you a distinct advantage. Presentations, pitches, or important meetings scheduled today benefit from your enhanced persuasiveness. The lunar position in Sagittarius expands your mental horizons, allowing you to see perspectives you might normally miss. This combination of emotional intelligence and expanded awareness makes you particularly effective in negotiations or collaborative projects. Digital communication receives an extra boost today. Social media posts, emails, and text messages carry your distinctive charm and seem to generate more positive responses than usual. If you've been considering launching a blog, podcast, or online project involving your voice or written words, the cosmic energy strongly supports beginning such endeavors today. The Mercury-Neptune sextile, active today, infuses your words with creative energy. Poets, writers, and artists among Libras will find this an exceptionally productive day, with inspiration flowing freely. Even those not typically drawn to creative expression might find satisfaction in journaling or exploring artistic communication channels. A challenging aspect between Mercury and Mars suggests being mindful of potential misunderstandings, particularly around midday. Your diplomatic nature helps navigate these waters, but remain conscious of tone and delivery, especially in professional contexts. Take a moment to breathe before responding to provocative messages or comments. Your listening skills are equally enhanced today. You'll pick up on subtle cues and unspoken messages that might normally escape notice. This makes today excellent for counseling others or mediating conflicts. People naturally seek your advice, sensing your heightened empathy and understanding. Voice communication is particularly favored over written forms today. If you have the choice between sending an email or making a call, opt for the latter. The warmth and nuance in your voice carries additional persuasive power that would be lost in text. The evening brings opportunities for deep, philosophical conversations, particularly with intellectual peers or romantic partners. These exchanges aren't merely pleasant, they could spark important realizations about your life direction or values. Pay attention to insights that emerge during seemingly casual discussions. For Libras involved in teaching, training, or public speaking, today's energy supports clear transmission of complex ideas. Your ability to simplify difficult concepts without losing essential meaning is heightened. Students absorb information more readily from your presentations. In romantic relationships, communication flows with unusual ease. Long-standing issues that have been difficult to discuss can now be approached with greater understanding. Partners are more receptive to your perspective, while you find yourself more open to theirs. This creates potential for relationship breakthroughs. Toward day's end, Jupiter's influence brings optimism to your communications. You'll find yourself naturally focusing on possibilities rather than problems, which makes you particularly inspirational to others. Use this gift wisely. Your words have the power to genuinely motivate those who may be struggling. Technology serves your communication needs exceptionally well today. If you've been experiencing difficulties with devices or platforms, many of these issues seem to resolve themselves. It's an excellent day for updating profiles, refreshing online content, or addressing technical aspects of communication systems. For the spiritually inclined Libra, meditation focusing on the throat chakra proves especially powerful today. This practice enhances your already formidable communication abilities and helps clear any remaining blockages to authentic self-expression. For Libra, June 16, 2025 presents a fascinating financial landscape as Venus, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter in your 8th house of shared resources and investments. This powerful alignment opens doors to financial growth through partnerships and collaborative ventures. The cosmic energy today supports receiving financial backing, loan approvals, or discovering investment opportunities through your social connections. Your natural diplomatic abilities are enhanced, making this an excellent day for negotiations, particularly those involving contracts, shared assets, or business partnerships. Mercury in your career sector forms a favorable aspect to Saturn, bringing stability to long-term financial planning and potentially offering a chance for advancement in your professional life that carries monetary benefits. The moon in your second house of personal income heightens your financial intuition. Pay attention to subtle hunches about money matters today, as they're likely to lead you toward profitable decisions. However, be mindful of an opposing aspect between Mars and Neptune that could create some financial fog. Double-check all details in financial documents and be wary of opportunities that seem too good to be true. Your balanced approach serves you well today, but avoid the Libran tendency to spend on luxury items to maintain equilibrium in your emotional state. Instead, channel this energy into creating a more balanced portfolio or diversifying your income streams. The second half of the day shows particular promise for discussions about raises, bonuses, or commission structures. Your ability to see multiple perspectives gives you an advantage in financial negotiations. Today, you can understand both the practical and emotional aspects of monetary exchanges. Consider exploring passive income opportunities, particularly those related to beauty, design, or harmony areas where your Libran sensibilities naturally excel. Investment opportunities in art, decor, or aesthetically focused businesses align well with your planetary influences today. Jupiter's expansive energy suggests looking beyond your usual financial comfort zone, perhaps exploring international investments or partnerships that cross borders. Your financial communication is especially strong today, making it ideal for presenting proposals, pitching ideas, or explaining complex financial concepts to others. Venus's influence heightens your charm in all money-related interactions, potentially opening doors that might normally remain closed. The evening brings a subtle shift as the moon forms a conjunction with Uranus, suggesting an unexpected financial insight or opportunity may arise. Stay receptive to innovative approaches to wealth building, particularly those involving technology or unconventional business models. Overall, this is a day to leverage your natural Libran abilities of balance, fairness, and harmony to create greater financial stability while remaining open to the growth potential highlighted by these powerful planetary alignments. June 16, 2025 brings exceptional fortune to Libra in several key areas of life. Today, Jupiter and Uranus align in your ninth house of expansion, creating powerful opportunities for intellectual growth and horizon-broadening experiences. The cosmic energy favors educational pursuits, with university applications, scholarly research, and certification programs receiving especially favorable aspects. If you've been considering returning to school or pursuing specialized knowledge, today's planetary configuration creates an ideal foundation for those endeavors. The ninth house also rules international connections, making this an extraordinarily fortunate day for global partnerships, cross-cultural exchanges, and foreign investments. Any business dealings involving overseas markets carry particular promise. Travel plans initiated today are blessed with harmony and serendipitous connections that could lead to lasting benefits. Venus, your planetary ruler, forms a harmonious trine with Neptune, enhancing your innate diplomatic abilities and making you especially magnetic in social situations. Your natural charm is amplified, allowing you to attract beneficial people and circumstances with remarkable ease. Financial opportunities appear through unexpected channels, particularly through creative collaborations or artistic ventures. Your aesthetic sensibilities are heightened today, providing advantages in design, fashion, beauty industries, or any field requiring balance and proportion. The Jupiter-Uranus combination specifically benefits educational publishing, legal matters, and philosophical studies. Those working in academia, international law, cultural exchange programs, or spiritual guidance will find doors opening without effort. Communication flows effortlessly today, with your words carrying extra persuasive weight in meetings, presentations, or important conversations. Partnerships formed under this day's influence tend to be both intellectually stimulating and emotionally fulfilling. For those seeking romance, connections made now contain elements of both mental compatibility and spiritual alignment. Networking activities are especially favored, as your ability to build genuine rapport is enhanced by Neptune's compassionate influence. Your capacity to see all sides of a situation, a typical Libran trait, becomes a superpower today, allowing you to mediate conflicts and create harmony in group settings. The fifth house receives positive aspects as well, making creative self-expression, artistic pursuits, and recreational activities particularly fortunate areas. Investments in art, entertainment, or hospitality ventures carry favorable aspects. Your natural sense of aesthetics is heightened, giving you an edge in visual arts, interior design, or fashion. Teaching and mentoring activities are divinely supported today, as your ability to impart knowledge flows effortlessly. Publishing, broadcasting, or sharing your expertise through digital platforms receives cosmic backing. Health matters improve under today's planetary influences, especially through holistic approaches that honor the mind-body connection. Activities that promote balance, your zodiacal specialty, bring exceptional benefits today. In relationships, your diplomacy and fairness shine brightly, drawing admiration and strengthening bonds with loved ones. Community involvement and humanitarian efforts are particularly favored, with your contributions creating ripple effects of positive change. Today offers a remarkable opportunity to expand your philosophical understanding and connect with higher wisdom. Spiritual practices, particularly those involving beauty, harmony, and balance, bring profound insights and emotional healing. The cosmic choreography on June 16, 2025, creates a fascinating social landscape for Libra natives. With Venus, your ruling planet, forming a harmonious trine with Jupiter in fellow air sign Aquarius, your social magnetism reaches exceptional heights. This planetary conversation opens doors to meaningful connections that could prove both personally enriching and potentially advantageous for your long-term aspirations. Your natural diplomatic abilities are enhanced, making you the perfect mediator in group settings where tension might otherwise derail productive interactions. The moon in Sagittarius illuminates your third house of communication, infusing your words with both wisdom and charm. People aren't just hearing you today, they're truly listening. This lunar position encourages spontaneous social invitations that shouldn't be dismissed, as chance encounters carry significant potential. Mercury's position suggests you'll find yourself in conversations that stretch beyond superficial small talk, potentially touching on philosophical topics that reveal surprising commonalities with someone you previously considered merely an acquaintance. Social media platforms provide unusually fertile ground for connection today. A thoughtful comment or share could attract responses from individuals operating in circles you've been hoping to access. The Mars-Neptune square does suggest some caution regarding boundaries.